Made it. Another one of these relics. Judging by this data, I think it might be related to something in Las Vegas. I could figure it out if I head back there. Falling gently. Sunhawk Talana Kane Padish.
Aloy despite the Nora.
You're the slayer of Redmaw, the savior of Meridian.
Milu is my new thrush. She joined the Hunter's Lodge shortly after the Battle of the Spire. She's heard a few stories about our hunts together. Stay and rest. Make sure you take some medicinal plants for that wound.
So what brings you all the way out here? Are the machines back east too tame for you?
Not quite. I'm looking for someone. A Carja hunter, about my age. Name's Amadis. He came out here on his own a while back, and now he's missing.
I can help you find your friend.
I know you must have your own reasons for being out this way. But I'd be glad to have your help.
What was he doing out here?
He lost someone close to him during the Red Raids. He was heading to the side of the battle to finally lay them to rest. Milu and I were on our way there now.
The battlefield's near. I can still come with you.
No. Go to Stone's Echo, heal, wait for me there.
But...
You're no?
Yes, Sunhawk. It's been an honor.
Will she be okay?
Of course.
So this battlefield, you said it was part of the Red Raids?
The Battle of Burning Blooms. Amadis was part of the Carja army that pushed into the west. His division attacked the Tenakth, but they underestimated the enemy's forces. It was a massacre.
I never thought you'd be friends with someone who participated in the Red Raids.
Oh, don't worry. He was one of the good ones. He tried to stop the attack, but it was too late. He's been on the run ever since.
And you think something went wrong for him out here? Don't worry. I'll track him down.
This is the field where the Tenakth slaughtered the Karja.
Looks like time and weather have eroded most signs of battle. But there are a lot of footprints. Must be recent. Let's take a look. Heavy footprints. Maybe Oseram. It's too many to tell if Amadis is with them. I better look around. My focus might show me more.
Amadis was supposed to be alone. Why were Oseram here?
Karja weapon. The blade's rusted. Must have been from the battle years ago. Cooking fire. Looks recent. Whoever was here camped out for at least a night. Light prints. Not Oseram, maybe Karja. Looks like there's a trail I can follow with my focus. Talana, I think I got something. Tracks that head away from the battlefield.
Lead the way.
And Utaru. What's he doing out here?
Maybe he saw Amadis.
Let's ask him.
Outlanders. Let me guess. You're stragglers. Got left behind when the wagons rolled out. Do not worry. I am not the Karja-hating kind. Just an old scavenger grateful for a little company. Name's Lel. You two must be lost.
Actually, we're looking for someone. A Karja hunter.
He would have been traveling alone, clothes would have been well worn.
Yes, he was here, poking around the old battlefield. Wanted to know what happened. Lucky for him, old Lel hears all the stories.
Let's head west to the ridge then. If we find this caravan, maybe we'll find Amadis.
Lead on.
You mentioned Amadis lost someone close to him at the battle. Do you think the Tenakth took them prisoner instead? To the rot?
I don't know. Maybe.
The ridge up ahead. It looks like there's a tunnel. I think I know where it leads. Well, let's head in.
Right behind you. A shell snapper.
Hasn't seen us yet. We can use that.
Hawk and
Ammo could
Thrush,
help
just
you.
like old times. Gotta say, feels good to hunt by your side again. Come on, let's head into the tunnel.
I know this place. There was a cave-in that I cleared a while back. A rock breaker was to blame.
But if the caravan went through, over there, it's an Oseram. From the caravan?
Let's take a closer look.
What does it say?
It was part of the caravan that went through here. The tunnel collapsed when a rock breaker attacked them.
Oh.
But there's nothing here about a Karja hunter. And an earlier caravan meet... Tamana seems really worried about her friend. I should look for her at the Oseram camp when I'm out that way. But also, the warrior I were trying to find should be around here.
Apparently you're not the only one around here.
Then I scrambled
Noticed
myself.
machine riders earlier. They seemed like they were racing us. I don't know.
I figured I'd stake there.
I could use your insight.
Flint Hawk. Takes me all the way back to camp.
Good. Now what else?
Yeah, that. Should have known better. take a job from Porgoff.
Talana, glad to see you made it. You all healed up?
Sure am. Although I should mention that when I went through the tunnel, part of the passage was blocked. But I found another way to climb out.
I'll check it out when I can.
I'm sure Porguff would appreciate it. He's one spark away from rebellion around here.
And you are?
This is Raggard. He's a scout with this caravan. He says Amadis was here.
He joined up with our expedition right before we went through the tunnel. After we made camp here, I set out to do some scouting. I also made peace offerings to the Tenakth for trespassing in their territory. Amadis wanted me to ask around about some place called the Rot.
What did you find out?
Most I learned was that it's where the Tenakth took their prisoners. Somewhere far to the west near Thornmarsh. He set out to find it.
On his...
I tried.
Thanks, Raggard.
Hope.
Okay.
Hold on.
What?
You're... I think I'll put that.
Fine.
Are you lost?
Spark to steel.
Excuse me?
Hold the hammer? Ha ha! The name's Porguff Delsman. Expedition...
What am I?
Death and... See, this not far from a passage. Me and half a days later, only thing in darkness died with his...
I think a rock break.
A rock? There.
You...
We got him beside... Help me.
Well, Porguff, you're in luck.
Thornmarsh. Quite a sight, isn't it? Never thought I'd find myself this deep in Tenakth territory.
Have you run into any trouble?
I've been keeping my head down. Had to duck into the swamps a couple of times to avoid Tenakth patrols.
Well...
We met out in the wilds. At first...
Do you think Nessa might still be alive?
I doubt it. Any Carja prisoners from the Red Raids would have been killed or returned home by now.
Then what's Amadis after?
I think he just needs to know.
Over here, you flaming hunk of scrap!
That's him!
That Fireclaw's right on his heels.
He's in that shit alone. Come on!
Got you! Talanah?
We got your back!
Not now!
Yeah.
Talanah,
You were supposed to let me know you were okay.
I was going to send the message right after I crossed into the desert with an Oseram caravan. But when it became clear that the tunnel had collapsed behind us, I figured the only thing I could do was press on. Seeing as you found a way out here, however, clearly I was wrong. I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted was to worry you.
So, you must be Amadis.
And you must be Aloy. Talanah's told me a lot about you. And I guess you must know about me.
A little. We know you're headed for the Rot. But what are you hoping to find there?
A clue. Or a shred of one. Anything about Ness's fate. Maybe she died on the battlefield. Or maybe she wasted away in that prison. Either way, I have to know.
Well, we're here now. So let's head to the Rot.
I can't ask you to come with me.
I didn't come all this way just...
I know, come then. The Rot's along the shore. We'll have to stick to the woods to avoid being seen.
How did you find it?
I overheard a Tenakth patrol from the nearby village talking about it. Figured it out from there.
What were you gonna do if we hadn't found you? Take it on alone?
I only need to question one guard. Figured I'd grab someone when they're by themselves.
Well, now you have us.
We're getting close. Just a little further. There it is. The Rot.
Those are Regalla's rebels. They're waging civil war against the rest of the Tenakth. They must have taken over the prison.
Then they would have killed any of the guards. They were my last hope of finding out if Nessa was there.
Maybe not. There might still be some clue inside.
Even after all this time?
Aloy can see much more than you or I.
Then let's do it. Any scrap of hope is better than nothing.
We'll have to find another way in. The front gate looks impenetrable.
And there's no way we're scaling those walls.
You two stay here. I'll see if I can find another way in and get that gate open. I should check around the sides. Might be a way in from the water.
We'll head in as soon as you get the gate open.
Okay, new approach.
Stop and surrender. Intruder!
Are you hiding in that grass? She shouldn't have come here!
One down. If I can get the main gate open, Talana and Amatis can help me clear out the rest of this place.
Where'd they go? We better start looking.
Where do we start?
My arrow.
Let's look around here. This is the ground, so search it.
You'd better have my back.
Where'd they go?
soon as the coast is clear. They're looking for me.
Pick up the pace. What do you want me to say? It's not here. This next hit's mine. Not them!
That's all of them.
End of the line, Outlanders.
That device is gonna call a machine.
You make a nice target. Help! The hawk needs some brush. I need more ammo.
Let us out. As soon as the coast is clear. All right. I think that's the end of it.
Hey, is anyone out there?
Hear that?
Here. Door's locked, but that last rebel had a key on him.
Freed by Karja. Have we not been humiliated enough?
It's not their fault you were locked up in your own prison.
I'm looking for information about a Karja soldier. She might have been a prisoner here 5 years back. Her name was Nessa.
The Karja Nessa was here. I killed her myself.
Nessa.
I'll handle this. Go secure the grounds.
It's you, isn't it? Nessa, how?
It's
Why?
Rataka.
Let me get this straight. You were Nessa. You were brought here as a prisoner during the Red Raids and then became Tenakth?
The Karja forbid women from military service. I lived my life pretending, ashamed of who I really was. But the Tenakth measure a soldier only by their strength and resolve. So I took my place among them.
Nessa. Rataka. I've mourned you for 5 years. Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
I had a new life. I wasn't going back. Not even for you, Amadis.
What will you do now?
You've taken back the rot. My squad will ensure it stays that way.
So this is it? After everything we've been through, this is goodbye?
It has to be. My place will always be here, and yours is back east. I'm sorry that you've suffered. You deserve better than how the last 5 years have treated you. I'll make sure you're granted safe path. Consider it.
At least now.
Somehow, he must
No, I'll take you.
Talana.
Me too. Are you all? To be honest, I'm not. And I want no.
So,
I think if you find.
maybe I should check in with her the next time I'm at Barren Light. Seems like she could use a shoulder to lean on.